Hello children, today we are going to start with a new chapter, polynomials. A polynomial is an algebraic expression consisting of multiple terms. For example, I have written here 5x cubed minus 2x squared minus x plus 2. This is an polynomial which contains 1, 2, 3 and 4 terms. Okay? In the previous class, you have studied a polynomial with single term. That is, suppose if I have written as 3x, it contains only one term is called as a monomial. Similarly, a polynomial which contains two terms, if it is 2x plus 5, then it is called as a binomial. If it contains three terms, it becomes a trinomial. Okay? And for polynomial, an expression will be polynomial when your degree or power of your x should be always non-negative integer. Non-negative integer, that means it should be always a whole number. Check 3 is a whole number, 2 is a whole number, x raised to nothing, that is x raised to 1. Here I don't have x, that means it is x raised to 0. So always my power of the variable should be what? Non-negative integers. Okay, 0 will be included. So I can say it will be a whole number. It should be a whole number. Now suppose if I wrote it as 2 root x. Is it a polynomial? No. Why? Because the power of x is x raised to 1 by 2. So it cannot. Similarly, if I have it as 1 by x. Is it a polynomial? No, because 1 by x is x raised to minus 1. And minus 1 is not a polynomial. Okay? Now, the same expression, I can say that here 5 minus 2 minus 1. They are called as the coefficients of the respective terms. Now suppose if I am saying x cube, coefficient of x cube is 5. A real number that precedes the variable just before it. Now for x square, the coefficient is minus 2. You should tell along with the sign. For x, the coefficient is what? Minus 1. And 2 is treated as a constant. Okay? And here x is a variable. In this example, we have only one x. And hence, it is called as a polynomial in one variable. Okay? Now degree of a polynomial, that means the highest power of your x. Now in this, the highest power of x is 3. And hence, the degree of the polynomial of p of x is 3. Now according to degree of polynomials, there are 3 types of polynomials. First is linear polynomial. I can say that a polynomial is linear if degree of the polynomial is equal to 1. That is, maximum power of the variable should be equal to what? 1. General form of a linear polynomial is ax plus b, where a and b are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. Okay? Because if a is equal to 0, then my polynomial, it becomes just a b, that is a constant polynomial. It won't be a linear. So whenever it is a linear, your a should be a non-zero. Coefficient of x should be non-zero. Similarly, a polynomial of degree 2 is called as a quadratic polynomial. Here it is x square minus 4x plus 3. General form of quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c. A, b, c are real numbers while coefficient of x square should be non-zero. Similarly, if the degree of the polynomial is 3, it is called as a cubic polynomial. And general form is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where coefficient of x cube should not be equal to 0. Is that clear? Now, In 9th standard, in the chapter polynomials, you have studied how to find zeros of the polynomial or how to check whether a given number is zero of the given polynomial or not. Now consider a polynomial x square minus 4x plus 3. I have found p of 1. P of 1, that means wherever you will have x, just substitute the value of x as 1. Okay? So P of 1, after substituting in this, I have got it is equal to 0. Similarly, P of minus 1, I got it as 8. Okay? Do you remember that when my x equal to k will be 0 of the polynomial P of x? Yes, what it was? If P of k it is equal to 0, then I can say that x equal to k is the 0 or root of the given polynomial. Now in this case, can I say that your x equal to 1 is the root of the given polynomial? Yes. And x equal to minus 1 is not the root of the given polynomial. So what we can say is a real number k is a 0 of a polynomial p of x if p of k it is equal to 0. Okay? Now we are going to see the geometrical meaning of zeros of a polynomial. Consider the equation y equal to 2x plus 3. What is the degree of this polynomial? It is equal to what? 1. So is it a linear polynomial? Yes. Okay. Linear polynomial means just consider 2x plus 3. Okay. Otherwise, I have to say it is an equation. Equation means you should have equal to sign. Okay. Then, so what we had was y equal to 2x plus 3. Now, I am going to plot the points which will satisfy this equation. So, I am writing here x and y. To draw the graph of this equation, I have to plot the points. So, the easiest way is put x equal to 0. So, if x is 0, y will be equal to 3. Similarly, if y is 0, x will be equal to minus 3 by 2. Okay? So, that 2 points we can plot 0, 3 and minus 3 by 2, 0. So, we'll get a straight line. Always remember that for your linear polynomials, the graph is always a straight line. Okay? Now consider that this line, it intersects in how many points on x-axis? On x-axis I am saying only in one point. Therefore, I can say that number of zeros for this polynomial will be only 1. Okay? That means I'll be getting only 1 0 so that it will satisfy the given equation. Okay? So what we can conclude is if a polynomial p of x intersects the x-axis at k, 0, then k is the 0 of the polynomial. Okay? And the graph of a linear polynomial intersects x-axis at a maximum of 1 point. In particular, we can say that exactly at 1 point. Okay, exactly one root your linear polynomial has. Now, a graph of a quadratic polynomial intersects x-axis at maximum of 2 points. Therefore, a quadratic polynomial has maximum of 2 zeros. That means either it may have number of zeros may be 0, it may have 1 0, 2 zeros. Okay? Now, for a quadratic polynomial, you have the figure, it will be a parabola. Parabola, that means it may be a U-shaped or it may be a mountain shape. Okay? Now, C-shaped and the other way around, for you it is not there. You will be having just your U-shaped parabolas and your mountain shaped parabolas. Okay, so shape of a parabola for a quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, it depends on what? It depends on the coefficient of x square. If the coefficient of x square a is greater than 0, then you will have a U-shaped parabola. If your a is less than 0, then the parabola, it will be like a mountain. It will open downwards. Okay, now check. Now this parabola, it intersects x-axis at how many points? It intersects at 2 points. And therefore, number of zeros for this polynomial, it will be what? 2. In general, for a quadratic polynomial, you will have maximum 2 zeros. Okay? The graph of a cubic polynomial, it intersects x-axis at maximum of how it will be 3 points. Okay? If it is a linear, it intersects maximum 1 point. If it is a quadratic, it intersects maximum 2 times. If it is a cubic, it intersects maximum how many times? 3 times. Okay? At the 3 points. A cubic polynomial has a maximum of how many zeros? It will have 3 zeros. Now suppose if a polynomial is of degree n, can you tell how many zeros will the polynomial have? Yes, it will have at most how many zeros? N zeros. Okay. Now consider the first graph. This graph intersects in how many point? Intersects x-axis. Okay. X-axis, the first graph, intersects in how many point? 1 and 2. Okay. That means this graph has how many zeros? It has 2 zeros. Now see the next one, second graph, this one. It intersects x-axis in how many points? 1, 2 and 3. Therefore, number of zeros, it will have 3 zeros. Is that clear? Now you are going to tell how many zeros will the given graph have. Yes, it has how many? It has only just 1 point intersecting with x-axis, and hence it will have only 1 zero. Okay, next one. Can you guess which polynomial will it be? Will it be a linear, quadratic, cubic? Yes, it's a straight line. That means it should be a linear. Okay, now this line intersects x-axis at how many points? Just 1. And hence your number of zeros, it will be 1. Now for this, my number of zeros will be, yes, 2. Okay, now suppose if I have drawn a graph like this. Now can you guess how many zeros will I have? See, this is my x-axis. Whether this and this, they intersect each other? No. That means in this case, you won't have the real roots. Okay, that means you won't have the real, that zeros of the given polynomial won't exist. Okay, now see, this parabola intersects just only at 1 point and hence it has only 1 zero. This one, 1, 2 and 3. Therefore, how many zeros do the graph have? 3 zeros. Yes, this one, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, that means number of zeros for this graph are 4. So what we have studied in this video is the x-coordinate of the point where the graph of a polynomial intersects x-axis is called the zero of the polynomial. Then an nth degree polynomial intersects x-axis at maximum of how many points it will be? N points. Then the shape of a graph of a quadratic polynomial is what? Is a parabola, and the shape, it depends on the value of a. If a is greater than 0, you will have the parabola that opens upward like this U shape. If a is less than 0, then the graph will open downwards like a mountain. Okay. Hope this part it is clear to you. Thank you.